Okay, so this morning we're going to kind of go through just a few of the fundamentals for poaching an egg. So in my pot over here, I have just some water that I've brought up to a boil. Just going to turn the heat down. I don't want this boiling vigorously. I want this to be just at a simmer. I've also added into this pot about 3/4 of a teaspoon of white vinegar. What that's going to do is just help hold the whites together when we start poaching the egg. And then I have, just so I'm ready to go, I have a little slotted spoon, and this is going to help us take the egg out. I have a plate with some paper towel to dry the poached eggs. Then, of course, I have my eggs out. I did pull these out earlier today so that they're a little bit easier to work with. Now, when it comes to adding your eggs into the pot, uh, you can just crack them and drop them right in. Sometimes I find it a little bit easier to just crack it into a ramekin and then to just gently drop it in the water. We'll do the same with this one. Like so. Then into the water. Now that vinegar in there, that little bit of acid is just helping hold those whites together nicely. You can see the pot is at a bare simmer. And then once they've been in for a few seconds, I will just kind of move them just a touch. And what that's going to, just want to make sure there's nothing sticking on the bottom. I want to make sure they're apart. Now in a pot this size, I can usually get about 4 eggs. If you're trying to do a larger batch, you can get yourself a pot like this that's a little bit wider. You could probably get at least 6 or 7, maybe even 8 in here once you start feeling confident in your poaching abilities. And then we use the poached eggs. I mean, they're not just for eggs Benedict. We've just added a recipe for a breakfast hash that we like to put our poached eggs on. I think in the salad section we have a warm spinach salad with like mushrooms and whatnot on there. A poached egg on top of that is beautiful. We've also used poached eggs. We used to put, sometimes every now and then we would put them on top of our ham and pea soup as more of a brunch kind of feel to them. They would also go really nice. We used to make a trotter soup that was with truffles, and we would finish it off with this. And when you crack the yolk into it, I just made a beautiful, creamy, rich soup. So there's a few different applications you can do with the poached eggs. Duck eggs are great as well if you're looking for something a little bit bigger, a little bit richer. And then we also used to get the little quail eggs, and we used to poach those off and use them for appetizers as well. So it's a nice little skill to master. So what I'm going to do when they start holding together, now it's just going to become up to you how you like your eggs cooked. So the firmer the yolk feels here, the more cooked it is. I like mine fairly runny, so I will take mine out in about 30 seconds, maybe even a little bit less. I'm going to give them a quick. That's where I like mine. And this will take a little bit of practice. But once you figure out how you like them, then you're golden. I'm going to check there, nice and runny. So I'm just going to take them out. Now, I don't want to put them straight onto my English muffin or toast or whatever it is I'm using these for, because I want to dry them off. So I put them on a little paper towel lined plate. And then I also want to season them up because everything needs to be seasoned. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper so they're ready to go. Doing one pot like this and you're trying to do them in batches, once these ones have come out, you might just want to take these little odds and ends out, throw them in the compost or something, Just clear up the water so you can get the next ones going if you're doing a lot for some reason. So there we have it. We have our poached eggs ready to go, toast, bennies, breakfast hash, you name it.